Hello everyone, so today we're going to build a Wonderbox or portal. So we're going to be using this Vox Mini 5 amplifier. So I already took off the faceplate because I'm going to put on a visual equalizer or graphic equalizer that's lit up by LEDs, and here it is. So it's powered by 5 volts. So you can either connect a mini USB, but in this case I'm going to wire the positive and negative to a power converter. So for this project you'll need, of course, the amplifier, the graphic equalizer, some power cables. These are going to plug into a power brick to power all the devices on this box. You're going to need some power converters. So this is going to take it from 12 volt down to, this one I'll use for 5 volt to power the lights. This one I'll use for 9 volt to power the pedals. And I'm going to be using a 12 volt power brick to power this box. So if you're not good at soldering, I have a little trick. So you can get one of these power converters, has a positive input and then the output. Then you'll need a male 5mm, then a couple of female connectors. So these will connect to the power converter. You need some Velcro. You'll need 3.5 to 3.5mm. This one is a straight to a 90 angle connector. Then you'll need a 1/4 inch 2-foot patch cable with 90-degree angle connectors on it. Then you'll need the T2 by TC Electronics pedal. That's a reverb pedal. And then you'll need the flashback. This is a delay pedal. This has reverse and a few other effects. So if you want to plug in a ghost box or an app, play it in reverse and have the audio come out in reverse, that's what this pedal will do. And on this box I'm going to have an on and off switch on the back, and this is it. So I'll have a full, like I said, full tutorial on how to put everything together. And so let's get started. All right, everyone. So what I did was I went ahead and soldered the positive and negative wires to the board, and I set this to 5 volt to a 5-volt output. So we're going to power it on, and I'll show you how the lights work. So now I'm going to power this on. You're going to see it's at 5-volt output, and the lights are lighting up. So you see when I talk how the lights go up and down. This thing works really well. I mean, I'm pretty far away and it's still hearing my voice. So when it's up to the speaker, any sound that's played through, the lights are going to be activated. So you see I just connected the cable, the wires connecting to this go into here. So on this board, there's an input and an output. So when you go to the input, it's showing 9.2 volts. The output is showing 5 volt. So these little boards are really nice if you're not very savvy on soldering or adjusting a pot using a multimeter. These little boards work really well. I just use one of these boards for this demonstration because, like I said, I'm going to go with something like this. So the instead of having the push buttons, you have to use a screwdriver to adjust the pot. So you have input and output, and I'll have to use a multimeter to adjust or to test the voltage output. Or you can solder these wires, go to this, and use this to show the voltage coming out, and then adjust the pot accordingly. But anyway, enough of that. Using one of these boards is pretty easy. All the electronics are going to go inside of the amp. So I've already drilled holes. Let me show you this. So the cables are going to, from the effects, are going to go into the hole. I'm going to. All right, so excuse me. I'm going to mount them on this plate here. So, and then we'll just fasten it, and the wires will be pretty hidden because, I mean, the speaker's black anyway, so you're not really going to see the mounting. I'm going to use some dark mounting just to mount the light in there. And then on the back of the amp, I drilled holes. So this is going to have the female connector coming out from like one of these connectors here. Then the adapter will plug in here, and all of these plugs will plug into the effect pedals. Then this one here, I'm going to mount this this power on switch in here, like so. Here, so everything's external. Anyway, so I'll show you a little bit more. We're going to continue with the build. The power switch. And so I've connected the power connector, power switch to the power brick. It's a little dark, hard to see, but you can kind of see it there. So all the insides are all done. So when I turn on the light or the power switch, light comes on. You see the voice activation go in as when I'm talking. So that's all working. Let's continue. Okay, so now I'm gonna mount the pedals. So the flashback is gonna go on the for facing the speaker on the right side. So I already have the Velcro on. So we're gonna want to get the power lined up to the strap connector. I'm going to go ahead and mount that there, and then the other pedal on the other side. So, okay, I'm going to do that and be right back. Okay, so I have the pedals mounted. I have the reverb on the left side, the flashback on the right side. Now I'm going to set up the, so basically the patch cable, the 5 1/4 inch patch cable, is going to go on the top side, on the top side of the pedal. That's a mono. And then it's going to go on the opposite side on the reverb. So it's going to go on the top. This is an input. This is output. So I'm going to have another audio cable coming here. So I'm going to have it's actually a 1/4 inch to an RCA to 3.5 adapter, and then that cable will come up here and plug in. So I'll continue with this, and I'll walk you through this part. Alright, so now the box is complete. So I mounted the pedals on here. They're all going to run off of the main power brick. So this is going to be the line in for the source coming in. So whether it be a ghost box or an app. This one is going to the output. The output goes over to the other side to the input of the T2. Then the T2 has a 1/4 inch male connector going to the input on the amp. On an off switch, power the connector for the power supply to charge the internal battery. This cable here goes to the power for the 2 amps, or the 2 pedals. And so I'm going to power it on. Power on the amp. So the lighting effects are already on. Let me turn both the pedals on. So they're both on. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and try this box out. I'm going to plug in I'm going to use this hacked radio. And I have no suppression pedal or noise gate. I think the noise gate just takes away from the ITC session. That's like using noise canceling headphones to listen to EVP sessions. So that's just going to cut out any low noise. So you really don't want that. But let me turn on this radio and you're going to hear what it sounds like. I'll turn the volume up. So as you see, the radio is scanning. And there's no noise.
Installation.
Just making a few little adjustments here.
I just rolled my...
So this is still scanning.
We're now.
In a minute, I'm going to change over to an app. Alright, so I'm going to switch over to an app. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Is there anybody here that would like to communicate with us? Was that a yes? This is just a quick demo. Alright, so now I'm going to put it in reverse mode on the flashback pedal. So now the voices are coming out in reverse. Can you give me your name, please? Now there's still voices coming through and forward, even though this is on reverse. So that's pretty interesting. But anyway, that's a quick demo. Pretty happy the way that this came out. It's pretty loud. The effect pedals work really well. So the effect pedals work really well. The lighting works well. So it took a little bit to build. Just because I had to rewire some of the components. Just the one for the reverb pedals or the effect pedals. I just had to change some wiring on it. Just had to reverse the polarity. Once we did that, everything's working perfect. So if I'll have all of the parts listed in the video. So if you want to build your own, the cost to build this was probably about $600 roughly. So for somebody to charge, well over that, it's kind of ridiculous. But anyway, this is using all the same parts as the as a Wonderbox, same pedals. So just a different amp. I think this amp sounds a lot better than the ZT Mini Lunchbox. It's got a lot deeper sound. I've messed with those boxes before, and this box just has a lot deeper and richer sound. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. All right, thank you.